Good morning. Today we are going to discuss on the topic of cholinergic systems. Okay. It is a part of the autonomic nervous systems. Again, in cholinergic, again you are having a two type of receptors, mainly muscarinic receptors and nicotinic receptors. Okay. Again, already we know autonomic nervous systems has been subdivided into the sympathetic nervous systems and parasympathetic nervous systems. What are going to discuss today is cholinergic system. It is a part of the parasympathetic nervous systems. Okay, and one more system will be there in autonomic nervous system. It is called as adrenergic system. It is come under category of the sympathetic nervous system. But you are going to today discussing only cholinergic system, means parasympathetic nervous system. See here, how the cholinergic system means their locations. First, you have to study their locations and what are the receptors are found in the cholinergic systems. Means again cholinergic systems it has been divided into the muscarinic receptors and nicotinic receptors. Okay, and first we have to find out their locations and what are the neurotransmitters are found in the cholinergic systems, how the neurotransmitter are acting on these receptors, and what are the effect you are getting in the physiological effect you are getting in the bodies. Okay, already you know the autonomic nervous system has been divided into the sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous systems. Okay, the cholinergic system is come under the category of the parasympathetic nervous systems. Okay, then again what are the organs are involved in the parasympathetic nervous systems. See, if the cholinergic systems, the location of the cholinergic systems in the bodies, mainly it is located in all the major vital organs, like shown here with the diagrams. Mainly the vital organs like eye, lungs, heart, blood vessels, GIT, urinary bladders, and uterus, salivary glands. Okay, these are major organs. In these organs, you are getting the cholinergic systems, means cholinergic receptors are found in these major organs. Okay, and what are the effect you are getting from the cholinergic systems on these organs? We see already in this chart explain if the sympathetic effect will be there, usually dilation of the pupil will be there. Then if the parasympathetic means if the cholinergic system is there, then usually constriction of the pupil will be there. If it is act on the lungs, means if the neurotransmitters are in the cholinergic system through the muscarinic receptor or nicotinic receptor acting on the lungs, it mainly produces the constriction of the lungs, means bronchoconstriction of the lungs, and increases the secretions. If this cholinergic systems, mainly it is also found in the cardiovascular systems. Again, this if the neurotransmitter acting on these cholinergic systems on the cardiovascular system, it mainly produces the decrease in the effect of the heart rate and decreases the pulse rate. These are the effect you are getting in the cardiovascular systems. Again, if it is act on the neurotransmitter acting on the blood vessels through the cholinergic systems, it mainly produces the dilation effect, dilation on the blood vessels. Similarly, vice versa effect you are getting through the sympathetic nervous systems, means the adrenergic system. Again, if it is acting on the bladders, usually getting the constriction of the bladders. Okay, these are the effect usually getting through the cholinergic systems on these organs. And already know the parasympathetic nervous systems mainly work as a rest and digest of the bodies, whereas the sympathetic nervous systems it work during the emergency condition like fight or flight response. Means it increases the heart rate, pulse rate, and usually perfusion to the skeletal muscle, mydriasis effect, and bronchodilation. Similarly, opposite effect you are getting through the parasympathetic nervous system, like rest and digest of the bodies, means meiosis effect, decrease in the heart rate, then insulin release, digestion and excretion. These are the effect you are getting through the parasympathetic nervous systems. Okay, this is the major neurotransmitters mainly found in the cholinergic system. That is acetylcholine. It is usually how it is biosynthesized in the bodies, and then how it is act on the cholinergic system, and what are the effect you are getting through the parasympathetic nervous systems. Okay, acetylcholine is the mainly made from the choline and acetyl coenzymes, and again in the synaptic cleft, acetylcholine is rapidly broken down by the enzyme called as acetylcholine esterase enzymes. And again, choline is transported back into the axon terminals and is used to make up for more insulin in the body. This is the biosynthesis pathway of the neurotransmitter called as acetylcholine. Okay, how it is synthesized in the body. Then how it is, what are the effect of the acetylcholine? It is a natural neurotransmitters. It's showing effect in the bodies. Okay, and how it is showing the effect in the bodies on the means produces the effect in the effect on all the organs of the vital organs of the bodies. Usually. Already know the acetylcholine is the major neurotransmitter at the autonomic. It is mainly showing the effect on the autonomic nervous system, somatic as well as the central site also. Okay, it has no therapeutic applications because it's easily diffuses and it is easily hydrolyzed by the enzyme called as the acetylcholine esterases enzyme, because it is not used any therapeutically, because it is easily hydrolyzed by the enzyme called as the acetylcholine esterases. That's why to prevent the hydrolysis of this acetylcholine, you are using the anticholine esterases drugs. Okay. Next, again the cholinergic receptors. If again the receptors, there are usually two types of the cholinergic receptors are there. That is called as the muscarinic and nicotinic receptors. Okay. This what is the neurotransmitter is the acetylcholine is mainly acting on these two types of the receptor and produces the physiological effect in the bodies. Okay. The former, that means the muscarinic receptors fall under the category of the G protein coupled receptors, while the nicotinic receptors fall under the category of the ligand gated receptors. Okay. These are two types of the receptors. Usually almost all the 90% of the drugs are acting through the G protein coupled receptors. Okay, acetylcholine is also one of the neurotransmitters mainly acting through the both G protein coupled receptor as well as the ligand gated receptors. Then come to the location of these receptors, like mainly muscarinic receptors and nicotinic receptors. It is mainly located in the all the post ganglionic parasympathetic site and few post ganglionic sympathetic site also, like sweat glands and some blood vessels. Okay. Again, selective agonist used for the muscarinic receptors. Usually, muscarine is the agonist drugs is, and to block the effect of this muscarinic, again you can use the atropine as the antagonist molecules. Again, it mainly also this muscarinic receptor is also located in the some other parts like CNS, CNS of the cortex, basal ganglia, and spinal cord. These are also location of the muscarinic receptors. This is the location of the muscarinic receptors on these sites, where the acetylcholine act on the muscarinic receptor and produces the parasympathetic effect on these organs. Okay, and again some muscarinic agonist drugs are also available. Not only the acetylcholine, this is a natural neurotransmitter. Apart from the natural, some synthetic neurotransmitters are synthesized externally. Okay, like muscarine, again carbachol. This is also called as the synthesized muscarinic agonist molecule. To block the effect of these muscarinic agonist drugs, again you will use the atropine molecule, D-tuberculin molecules. These are called as the hexamethionine. These are called as the antagonist for the muscarinic agonist molecules. Again, already this is a detailed explanation of these again receptors are there. Muscarinic receptors, first we'll see. This receptor is usually selectively stimulated by the muscarine, and again it is effect is blocked by the antagonist molecule like atropine molecules. They are located primarily at the autonomic effector cells in the heart. Means the location of the muscarinic receptor is mainly located in the cardiovascular system like heart, blood vessels, eyes of the smooth muscles, and glands of the GITs, respiratory tracts, urinary tracts. These are usually vital organs where the muscarinic receptor are usually found in these organs. Apart from this this organ, it is also located in some part of the central nervous system. Again, some subsidiary muscarinic receptors also they are found in the autonomic ganglia, where they appear to play a major modulatory role by inducing a long-lasting rate of the excitatory postsynaptic potential effects. Then again, there are 5 subtypes of the muscarinic receptors. Muscarinic receptor again it has been subdivided into the 5 subtypes like M1, M2, M3, M4, and F5. These are called as the subtypes of the muscarinic receptor. Now, this subtype receptor, their location is first see. Usually, 2 classes of the acetylcholine receptors are usually recognized like muscarinic and nicotinic. We know. Again, you see the M1 and M2, M3, M4, and M5 location. Usually, M1, M3, and M5 are the muscarinic receptors. These are working under the category of the G protein coupled receptors. Okay, in G protein coupled receptor, M1, M3, and M5 fall in one category. M2 and M4 fall in another category. Means again in G protein coupled receptor there are 2 pathways like cyclic AMP pathways and IP3-DAG pathways. Usually M1, M3, M5 usually working through the GQ pathways, and M2 and M4 usually working through the cyclic AMP pathways, means GI pathways. You are having already told there are 2 pathways like cyclic AMP pathway and IP3-DAG pathways. Again, GQ means that is it is acting through the IP3-DAG pathways. GI means it acts by decreasing the cyclic AMP pathways. You are having a GS means stimulatory cyclic AMP pathway. GI means inhibitory cyclic AMP pathway. GQ means stimulation of the IP3-DAG pathway, and GO means inhibition of the IP3-DAG pathways. That's why the M1, M3, M5 they fall under the category of the GQ pathway, means IP3-DAG pathway, stimulation of the IP3-DAG pathways. Okay, M2 and M4, they fall into the category of the GI pathways, means inhibition of the cyclic AMP pathway. You are getting the inhibition effect of the cyclic AMPs. And again, nicotinic receptors. This is also one type of the cholinergic receptors. It is fall under the category of the ligand-gated chelans ions. Okay, it work under the category of the ligand-gated chelans. Again, nicotinic, it has been subdivided into the NM and NN receptors. NM means transport of the neurotransmitters from the muscle to the muscle. NN means transfer of the message from the muscle to the neuron. Okay, again, muscarinic receptor, already I told M1, now we will see the location of this subtype of the receptors. M1 is mainly located in the nerve cells, already told. M1 is work through the pathways of the GQ pathways. M2, it is mainly located in the cardiovascular systems. It is also fall in the category of the GI pathways, means inhibition of the cyclic AMP pathways. M3 is mainly located in the all the glands, means sweat glands and smooth muscles. It is fall under the category of the GQ pathways. Okay. See here, what are the neurotransmitters are there? That is like acetylcholine, methacholine, carbocholine. If they acting on the M1 receptors, means it show the it follow the GQ pathway. If it acting through the M2 pathway, it is showing the it act on the cardiovascular systems. Maybe it decreases the heart rate. Means it is acting through the parasympathetic nervous system, means it decreases the heart rate. If it acting through the sympathetic pathway, means again then change is only will be there, neurotransmitter change will be there. If acting through the M2 receptor, then opposite effect getting from the parasympathetic, means increases in the heart rate in that condition. But here getting in the decrease in the effect of the heart rate. Again, if the same neurotransmitter like acetylcholine, if acting on the M3 receptor, attack on the smooth muscle of the glands, it follows the GQ pathways. Again, if the same neurotransmitter if fall on the category of the M4 receptor, it work through the GI pathways. Like again, M3 may mainly fall on the category of the GQ pathways. Okay, these are the muscarinic receptors. Their location, like M1 is located in the nerve cells, M2 heart, and M3 is glands. M4 is again GI, and M5 is GQs. Come to the nicotinic receptor, their locations. NM is mainly located in the neuromuscular junctions, mainly stimulate the contraction of the muscles, and again NN is mainly located in the autonomic ganglia, adrenal medulla, and CNS, mainly acting through the ligand-gated ion channels, mainly causes the stimulation of the muscles. Okay, these are the effect of the all the types subtypes of the muscarinic receptor as well as the nicotinic receptor. Only one neurotransmitter will be there, like acetylcholine, act on this receptor and showing the effect in the bodies through the parasympathetic nervous system. Okay. Already told, if acetylcholine or any synthetic neurotransmitter acting through the M1 receptors, M1 is all the secretory glands having a M1 receptor, mainly it produces salivation and secretion of acid in the stomach, then sweating and lacrimation. These are effect you are getting in the through the parasympathetic nervous system. These are effect you are getting through in the secretory glands. M2 receptors, mainly located in the cardiovascular systems. Acetylcholine produces the decrease in the heart rate, usually getting the bradycardic effects. Okay, through the parasympathetic nervous system. Same through the sympathetic, vice versa effect getting means decrease in the heart rate. Same, the neurotransmitter acting through the M3 receptor, it acts on the smooth muscles, mainly causes the contraction of the smooth muscles, diarrhea, urination, and bronchospasm. These are the effect getting through the M3 receptors. Again, if the same neurotransmitters or synthetic drugs acting through the M3 receptor, if they act on the pupils and ciliary muscles of the eye, usually produces the miosis, means contraction of the eyes. Okay, and again, if acting through the nicotinic receptor like NM, already told NM is transport of the message from the muscle to the muscles. It acts on the skeletal muscles, usually produces the contraction of the muscles. If it acts on the autonomic ganglia, adrenal glands, adrenal medulla having a NN receptors, mainly helps in the secretion of some neurotransmitter like ephedrine and mainly produces the controls the autonomic nervous system. Okay, these are the effect getting through the muscarinic receptor as well as the nicotinic receptor with the help of the neurotransmitters. Okay. Next class, we are going to discuss on the topic of what are the muscarinic agonist drugs are available in the market if they acting through this disorder, and what are the effect are getting. And same, the muscarinic that is anti-agonist drugs are there available also in the markets that will block the effect of the muscarinic as well as the nicotinic receptors and block the effect of the parasympathetic nervous system. Thank you.